and then came absolutely hammered. So I'm not concerned about this. This green candle pushes now here straight back to like $103,000, $14,000 on Solana and on Bitcoin. Guys, I'm finally back, and the market went absolutely ballistic in the time that I was offline and could actually not make a video. But I have really good news for you, even though our portfolios have suffered a lot in the last 48 hours. Let me show you what I have found, and let's go. First of all, thank you so much for tuning in here again on this Monday. The market is absolutely crazy. We haven't seen something like this in a really long time, what actually unfolded here in front of our eyes. But I can tell you there is some light at the end of the tunnel. Straight away, I'm gonna tell it to you guys. What did I want to say right now? Yeah, why I was actually gone. So I was on 2 different events, on one of them was on a private island, and I had internet, but it was so bad that I could not load on my laptop any charts to make a video. That was the main issue that I had. Also, Telegram was on and off not working. So I had a lot of issues with the internet, unfortunately. So for the next time, I'm actually gonna buy a Starlink. That this is not going to happen when I go to a remote place like that. So, but enough of that. I'm back. You're gonna get today a video, tomorrow actually way earlier than today, and every other day you're gonna get a video again, guys. So make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, like the video, also activate the bell that you will not miss out on them. And let's directly dive now into what actually happened. So first of all, many people believe only $2.18 billion were actually liquidated in the 24-hour time frame where we saw that big cascade in Bitcoin going to the downside. This is actually not true. Ben, the owner of Bybit, a lovely guy that I know personally, I have met him many times, was in the office and everything. He came out today and said, this number is wrong. It is way higher than what everybody actually believes. And the reason for that is that the websites that are gathering these information of the exchanges are limited in the data requests that they can do per second. So think about this like a bottleneck, you know. So the requests comes into the bottle here at the end where you don't have the bottleneck, but if there come too much requests in, then it starts to throttle here, and then the problem is not everything can push out at the end again. So, and that is what happens here with the liquidation data, that a lot of requests come in, but Bybit throttles what comes out again and cannot fully, and also not only Bybit, basically every exchange, and cannot fully report the full amount that was liquidated. So, and for that simple reason, he is estimating the real number is $8 to $10 billion that was liquidated and evaporated from the markets in the last 24 hours, which is insane. So, but luckily Bitcoin is already bouncing here back to the upside. And I'm gonna go here in a moment into the charts. What I also wanted to show you guys, and that was one of the main reasons why I was not really concerned, because I saw that yesterday already unfolding when we went like under $96,000, I think what it was. I looked at the CME chart, and the CME chart showed me clearly we have a effing big CME gap. We have the Friday close at $102,000, and current price is at $97,000, but the opening price was at $98,000. Let it be $500 roughly. So this is almost a $3,000. That is a $3,500 CME gap, which is massive. Such a CME gap never ever has stayed open longer than 48 hours, unless it was the end of a bear or a bull market. Then they can remain pretty long open, but otherwise they never ever stayed open for a long time. And you see prices already catching back up here to get into the opening price. And I can guarantee you, once we get up here on CME, we start squeezing to the closing price on Friday, $102,000 on the CME chart, which will be roughly $1,500, depending on how fast we are moving on spot and on the leverage markets. Look out for that. And I can also tell you straight away, to have a position right now is not the worst idea. I'm gonna show you in a moment that I have opened some new positions. For these positions, it's actually too late if you wanted to have the same positions, but I'm gonna show you some positions that you can still take here in a minute. Now, when we're going into the weekly chart, so you see here a huge bounce candle. Remember that I told you if we are getting here rejected on the RSI from the moving average, expected prices come lower. I did not expect that we go that low, to be honest, but this weekly candle starts to look really, really healthy right now. So I'm not concerned about this. Here, by next week, or with this weekly close, the stochastic will bottom out and start to turn around. The RSI is already pointing here slightly to the upside. After this massive bounce here, once we are above $99,000, that now current resistance block, you get continuation to the upside. On the 12-hourly chart, we are breaking, we are now have broken above the point of control on the VPBR, which is really, really crucial that we stay above that now until the daily close. The stochastic gave now a buy signal. The MACD is turning around, printing a lighter red candle, which is also signaling that the sell momentum is most likely gone. And the RSI strongly pointing to the upside, while we have here most likely a tweezer bottom pattern currently forming. Unless this green candle pushes now here straight back to like $103,000, then it would be a bullish engulfing candle, or at least above the EMA ribbon, $101,400. Also bullish engulfing candle, and that will also then lead to continuation to the upside. Now on the 15 minutes chart, you can see we have here a bump and run pattern. You look at the textbook definition, we have a lead in phase, we have the bump phase, flow back to the trend line has happened here with that wick to the downside. Now we're off to races to the upper run. The upper run target, as you can see here in the book, is almost double the distance. See here. So actually, let me do this correctly. So the real measurement of the technical target from the trend line down to the bottom of the bump, and then you put it to the breakout, and it's all so it's around $101,000 is the target. So if you enter now at $98,500, if that's still the price when you see this video, that is a $2,500 move. That is a 2.5% move on Bitcoin, 25x, over 50% profit on this trade, with a stop loss at around $97,000. So you take a 2.5% trade against a 1% trade stop loss, which is absolutely fine, and definitely in the realm of comfortability for me when I take trades. Now on the MDX algo gradient, so here happened something that I haven't seen. I can't remember that I've ever seen that, and that is that we got a strong buy signal, we went up, and then came absolutely hammer to the downside. So, but here we got a take profit signal, we got here a second dot plot, we got two dot plots here on the react indicator. That is a reversal indication. You see this also 100% in the current candle. The first stop will be the super trend here in red, which is currently bearish, the $100,000 level. Once we are getting slightly above that, then we are turning this back into an uptrend, and the candle color will start to turn into darker colors again until the moment that we are actually starting to run hot here. But I see already on the react indicator that we are about to do this here. So most likely in the next 48 hours, we will be back above $100,000. And this was actually the real shakeout that everybody was afraid of, that this is going to happen at some point. So I did not really count on this anymore. I will be honest. I thought it was this here, like $98,000. It was like, that's it. But I was proved otherwise. So, and just that you see what kind of move that was. So that was a 17% move. That is somewhat a real correction in a Bitcoin bull market. So now I told you I have new positions. Look at my new Bitcoin position. I lost here because I could not check the positions. I lost here today $176,000, but I made it almost already back. I'm up again $114,000 on Solana and on Bitcoin together. If I let this run here, so here this will basically almost get me back to break even on Bitcoin and Solana. With Solana together, yeah, I will be like, what is this, $20,000 more in the plus on that position if both of these positions go and hit their respective target here. So I got in here at $94,500. on a 10x leverage, over $1 million. The Bitcoin trade, almost $800,000 for the Solana trade. Both together, almost $2 million worth of trades here that I'm having currently. And these trades finally count for the ZoomX competition here, the ZoomX Nations Cup, guys. Again, if you wanted to take part in that, sign up here. You are still a little bit more than 9 days to do that. Just choose the country where you want to join. You can join even Germany if you're not from Germany, just to support the team that I'm taking part in. And you stand a chance not only to get a share of the prize pool, but also that I randomly pick you if you join a team to get $200 into your ZoomX account, guys. The only thing that you need to do for that is sign up of ZoomX, deposit at least $500. You don't need to trade with them, just deposit them. And when we start trading here together, then you deploy them, or less, it doesn't matter. But I think ZoomX requires $500. So use the link in the description and the pin comment below. And of course, you also get $45,000 worth of sign-up bonuses for signing up on ZoomX. So here on the 4-hourly chart, we are moving in the direction of high leverage liquidity here on the liquidation levels. As you can see here, between $99,300 and $100,000. Here is some over leveraged liquidity, but the major over leveraged liquidity is sitting here from $102,200 all the way up to $105,300. That is where the high leverage liquidity, the majority of it, is sitting. We need now in the next 12 hours to get above the 50 moving average here at $100,100 to prevent a potential death cross, which will anyway be only a fake out, but we want to prevent this, and for this price action needs to push above the 50, and from the 50 after some consolidation above the 200, and then we get continuation to the upside. So if we actually get a death cross, be prepared that we will revisit here, most likely one more time, $97,000, consolidate, and then continue to push here into higher price levels. Now on the liquidation levels, let me refresh that on the weekly chart. So you see here the highest concentration of liquidity currently for a market maker to take is to the upside, all the way up here to $108,000. And what better way to mess with the market than first sending it down so low that almost everybody got liquidated in the market. I was also close to be liquidated, but luckily I didn't. And then turn it around when nobody is expecting it and push it straight to $110,000. That is most likely the play that I see here right now. Here are so many different layers where we're going to trigger short squeezes. That is most likely ending up by the end of the week or next week, with the result of being around $108,000 in my opinion. I know that a lot of people still think, oh no, this is getting worse. No, this is the worst, in my opinion. This is as worse as it will get for us. I don't expect that we will come back down one more time to test like here the $90,000 or $91,000 level that we bounced off. I believe the worst is over and it's time to go back to the upside after this massive capitulation event that we have seen in the market. Also here on the daily chart, super bullish right now. Not only did we got support from the 100 moving average here in blue with that massive wick here, but also we have reclaimed the upward sloping trend line, which was extremely important for Bitcoin and still is. Now the next level would be roughly $100,000 here, that horizontal line, and then we are back in that trading range and can continue to move here to the top of the range at $110,000, break out of it and get into new all-time high. The indicators are definitely in alignment for that. Everything has cooled down. Stochastic about to print a buy signal when we close. MACD is still bearish, but I expect with the daily close to get a lighter red candle and the RSI turning around. And on the shorter time frames, we have already printed bullish divergences. They are basically all playing out currently. So if you're looking for a higher time frame trade, guys, like on the daily chart, wait for this candle to close here, this daily candle. And if tomorrow's candle starts in green, immediately start to buy, guys. There's no time to waste. If you're a little bit more on the risky side like me, I like to take a lot of risk, as many of you know, then just enter now, guys. Just enter now. Not with all your money, guys. Again, not with all your money. Slowly, a little bit, see what happens, put a little bit more, see what happens. And I mean, not like wait 5 minutes and put a little bit more. You wait a couple hours, maybe even a day or two to see what happens, and then you add a little bit more. That's how you do that, and not all at once. So now I want to be transparent with you guys, so I'll show you what's going on my Bybit account. So here, this is looking now much better already. So this was at one point at minus $50,000. So my Bitcoin trade being at minus 22 is really good. But the Coty trade is really putting something up my ass. You know what I mean. So $82,000 here in the loss is massive. But I know that if we are turning around from here, that I will definitely get out of this trade, that I will get my money back, I will make profit, and then everything is fine, and it was worth holding this trade. From an opportunity cost perspective, it was definitely not worth it to hold it that long. I should have cut this trade much earlier, but again, I had really bad internet where I was the last couple of days, and I could not properly trade there, and did not want to close a trade that I can actually hold, and know that I won't get liquidated on it. So that was the whole point of it. Again, if you want to trade on Bybit with me together, and do I have this here? No. Okay, doesn't matter. And also get a Bybit card, use the link in the description below, and I will pull here 2 $500 winners by the end of the video, guys. So also here, if you want to stand a chance to get your account funded by me with $500 that you cannot withdraw, but use for trading purposes, and the profits you can actually withdraw, sign up with the link in the description below and the pin comment below. You don't want to miss out on that, because if there is something like this, an event happening like this, you want to have money to actually get into the market and take advantage of that. So especially if you don't have money or not a lot of money, this is exactly what you need to do. And it's so simple, guys. It will take you 2 minutes to set up the Bybit account and potentially win here every single week. Maybe 2 person, maybe 3 person can win here $500 every single week, guys. So I will play this game again after I pull the 2 winners here later, where I'm telling you guys, maybe 1 person, maybe 5 person. By this week, Sunday, so in 6 days from now, I'm gonna pull again a winner or multiple winners, but only if you sign up in that time period from today to Sunday. Only in that time frame you will be eligible to win the $500 that will get funded into your account. So now let's move on here while my Bitcoin trade is slightly, keep turning around. The Bitcoin dominance spiked massively to the upside, 64%. That looks to me like the blow off top for the dominance. That was the high for the dominance for this bull run. I don't believe that it will ever go higher than that. Current candle of the Bitcoin dominance, in my opinion, will also only close below that prior high, which makes it a little bit invalid to me to say that this is now a new higher high, because I like to go from candle body to candle body. So in here, if we close below 61.15%, the candle body of the current dominance candle, then I would say this was still a lower high, and now it's time to go to the downside. The total market cap, total free market cap also took a major hit, went all the way down here to $745 billion. We're already back here almost at $900 billion. Again, that was for me just a big washout in the altcoin market and in Bitcoin. And now it's time to go back here to the upside. When we're looking at Ethereum really surprised me that we went all the way down to $2,000. I was so happy that I was not holding an Ethereum position on leverage when I saw this, guys, to be honest. So, but now here also we bounced over 30% already back to the upside. This is, again, a really good moment, either to accumulate on spot or to open low leveraged long positions on Ethereum, because if we can manage to close today above $2,627, expect Ethereum to be trading above $3,000 maximum by the end of the week. So huge buy opportunity, potentially even with a W formation here on the 4-hourly chart. You should not miss out on that, because the capitulation has already happened and is over, guys. And you see this also in the indicators. Everything is ready to turn around. So now Solana basically held here the $180 level. I had mentioned many times before that this is a crucial level to hold. We dipped into it, came back up here. Here the same thing. If we close above $205, then expect that we get continuation to the upside back to $250, and then into new all-time high for Solana, because also here we have potentially right now the scenario where we form a small bump and run pattern that will most likely shape up something like this, and then you get a breakout, and we continue to move here into new all-time high and get higher prices for Solana. So if you're looking for a Solana trade, again, this is not the worst moment to get into one. So if you would get into one here right now, I would be properly looking at something like this here. That's still a 1 to 4.1 risk to reward ratio, 35% to the upside against 8.7% to the downside. You put 3x leverage on that, you make 100% to the upside, you risk potentially 25% if you get stopped out. So that is the trade setup that I would take here on Solana. So now let's pull quick a winner, random numbers generator. Actually 2 winners. So number 13. So if your number is 4083-62218, you won $500. Congratulations. You don't need to do anything. The $500 will be credited in the next 24 hours into your account. And now the next one would be, yeah, so the numbers are the same, just a different number. Number 10. So if your number is 415194652, also you have won $500 and get them credited into your Bybit account. I want to mention again, guys, you cannot withdraw the money. You can only trade with it. You can trade with it, and then you can withdraw the profits that you made out of these trades. That's how it works, guys. And this is already the end for this episode. Tomorrow we're going to talk much more about some altcoins when I have a better picture. If we are completely done, I just want to make sure, like 100% sure, that this was actually what I was looking for. And then we talk about how we position ourselves now in altcoins while they are that much on a discount. So don't forget, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I hope to see you with more profit and more money tomorrow.